Hey, it's your girl L. Rachel Valentine of Rachel Valentine Consulting, and I am coming to you today to talk about some of the spending plan tools that you can use when you're creating your budget. So this series, excuse me, is about nothing but budgeting for personal and business um, expenses. Those things can only be created when you know what your income is, so what's coming into your household, and your expenses are. That's what's going out of your household. These things are essential to know when you're creating your budget, okay? Those things cannot be avoided. You have to know how much income you have coming in, and that could be from several different sources. That could be from excuse me, a job. That could be from child support. That could be from business ownership. That can be from Social Security. It could be from anywhere, and creating that budget is going to help you to create a spending plan for what I'm about to talk to you about today. So then you also have to know what your fixed and flexible expenses are. So those are fixed, of course, is something that it's monthly, it doesn't change, like your rent or your mortgage or your car payment. It doesn't change monthly. You're going to have the same payment every time, generally. And your flexible expenses are going to be things such as your cell phone bill, even though they call that fixed, but oftentimes we know cell phone companies just charge you for anything they want to charge you for. My bill has not looked the same at any point in time. I don't know about yours, but my bill constantly changes, and I constantly have to call them and say, what the hell is this? Which I never get a real answer. Anybody who knows how to get a real answer out of these telephone companies, let me know, because they aren't telling me a damn thing. Anyway, and so those are flexible expenses like your groceries, gas, and all of that stuff should always be a part of your budget, because that is a necessity for you to be able to get. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is a spending plan tool. I know the last time I talked about a spreadsheet. So using a computer spreadsheet to be able to determine what you're spending your money on and how much you're spending your money on is a great way to create a spending plan. The spending plan is going to tell you what you're spending your money on and how to spend it, how much you're spending. And that's designed to be able to create a plan so that you're not overspending in one area or underspend. Well, I don't know if you can underspend, but you need to be either increasing your revenue or decreasing your spending in order for you. Now, if you already have it together, then hey, great for you. Maybe hopefully you can teach somebody else. But for those items, then those are things that need to be addressed, because you need to have those things in your arsenal, if you will. I think that's right. So one thing that they talk about is the budget box system. I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming it is similar to the envelope system. I've never used the box method, and I can't even say that I would advise somebody to use it, because I've never used it and I really don't know what it is pertaining to. However, what I have used in the past that has worked for me, and I mean significantly worked for me, was the envelope system. Some of you have heard of the envelope system and some of you may not have. That was so beneficial to me when I had a job, because it really did allow me to put the right money aside and be able to do what I needed to do with certain amounts of money. Okay, so let me break down the envelope system, which is one of the best saving system if you have discipline. Now, that is the key. You must be disciplined to do this. Envelope system. So we all know how much we have to pay and how much we have to spend money on and blah, 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 blah. The envelope system helps you to keep yourself pretty much accountable. I would say that. How I did it. This is how I did it. Once I broke down my categories on my spreadsheet and I determined how much was needed for this, and this, the rest of the money would go into envelopes. So the monies that I would spend or pay my bills with, those I would go ahead and get out of the way using my debit card and all of that, right? So once that has been completed, then I will determine how much I need for gas. And this is why tracking your spending is so significant, because then you can determine how much you need to spend on certain things. Anything I like, gas or eating out or other stuff. I had a lot of categories. Oh, coffees, and we talked about that. Anything for expense. It was something else. I was just about to say something. Y'all, my memory is bad. I'm really trying here. So anything that I know that I would need to spend some money on, instead of me taking my debit card around with me all the time, I stopped doing that. Because once your bills have been paid, that is done. And then if your category, however your category is set up, where you need to do something out in town, you need to spend cash for this or cash for that, then that money is taken out of the bank. Physically, you have physically money in your possession. The key to that is not using your debit card or credit card anymore after that. So I take out my money for my gas, take out my money for food or snacks. I take out my money for coffee. I take out money for even for groceries, because I go to the grocery store, Dollar General or whatever, every other week or whatever. So I have to keep that as well. I think I said I take out my money for gas. Did I say that? I don't know. I think I did, in fact. And there may be a couple of other categories that I take out money for. Oh, like my nails, my pedicure, manicure, whatever. I take that out. So the things that I can take out, that I go to on a regular basis, then I take that money out. Now, here's the thing. You have to break that money down. Once you have completed your spreadsheet and you have allotted so much to these different categories, and that includes everything I'm talking about, I take out my gas money. This is how much gas money that I intend to spend this week. So I go pretty much, either you can go per month or you can go per week. I generally will take out what I need for the week. This is how much, 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. And it depends on when you get paid also, because if you get paid once a month, then you want to do all of that at the same time. You get paid every other week, then you want to do it. Then if you get paid once a week, then you want to do that as well. So if, say, you're getting paid every 2 weeks, then take out enough for your eating, like if you're doing lunch or whatever at work. Take out the gas money that you're going to spend within that time period, and just anything else that you know that you can use cash for, where you do not have to take your debit card with you. And what you do at that point is get envelopes. Literally envelopes. You can use envelopes. You can also use I used the last time, and it was a coupon holder. If you've been in like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, or whatever, they have a coupon holder, and it looks like a little, like a small wallet almost, but then it has separations in it, almost like how oh gosh, what are those things that you put documents in? It's like a divider. I don't know, something like that. But that's what this coupon holder looks like. So what happens is, okay, I got my $40 for gas. I put that in my envelope. And okay, so I fill up. Once I fill up, then that $40 is for when I need to fill up again. And if I do not use that entire amount, either I can keep it in that envelope so that I will have a start for the new week, or I can take it and shift it into something else that I need at the time. Now, you don't do that just because, okay, well, I think I want to spend more here, because either way, whatever category that you're spending it from, that's what you have to spend. If I say I want to spend, let's say I want to spend $20 eating out per week, right? Then I put that $20 in that envelope, and I use that $20 for food and only food. And then at the end of the week, say I only had the $20, but I wanted to go eat somewhere else and I've used up my $20. Well, that's it. You don't go back into your bank account. You don't take that from a different envelope. You just don't go eat. If you got to pay for it, literally, you don't go eat. And as simple as that. So the key is to take out enough money, and that's why I said track. Take out enough money for you to be able to do the things that you need to do. And I think I'm going to go through these series also and show you how to actually do these things and do them, the right way. Now, will that take time for you to get used to doing the envelope system like that? Absolutely. Because what happens is, the difference is with the envelope system, you don't have that debit card. That debit card is almost like a black hole, because what you keep doing is swipe, swipe, swipe. And it's almost like an abyss. You don't know. You may not even, sometimes we'll use a debit card and it's this, what do you call it? Decline, because we don't have enough on it. And that's because we're not tracking what we're doing and we don't know what's on the card. So if that is the case, you can take the envelope system and literally break it down. And so once you're out of this money for Redbox movies or groceries or gas, then you're out. You're completely out. So either you have to change some habits, or you can readjust your budget sheet so that you have a closer spending plan to what you do. So you may have to increase, or you may have to decrease here. You may decrease, eating out because you're not doing that as much. You're buying more groceries, and you can increase on this side, whether you need more gas or whatever the case may be. So a running spreadsheet of, and I would still keep a spreadsheet of everything, a running spreadsheet or a document of all of these things are going to give you a good starting point. Now, don't forget that generally you have to make those changes on that sheet, on your spending plan, because things change. So don't think, okay, because I didn't do it this month, then I'm just going to give up. No, next month might be something different. The month after that might be something different. It is fluid. So whatever needs to be changed can be changed for you to be able to understand what your spending habits are, to make corrections to those things that you need to, and to just make sure that you're on some type of accountability track. And so those are the, like I said, the best method that I did where I saved so much money was the envelope method. Because once I paid the bills and I took out the money that I needed to spend for that week or every 2 weeks, I didn't touch it anymore. And I promise you, over 6 months, I had saved thousands of dollars. I really had. So I was just spending just because it was there. I was just spending. The money is there. I'm happy. It makes me happy. It's retail therapy. It's all of these things. And I just was spending and then saying, oh, well, I'm not saving anything. I don't have any money to save. When 9 times out of 10, you do. You just got to know where to find it, where to adjust. And by doing a spending track and a spending plan, you can do that and as well and save money and have that for future endeavors or emergency funds or whatever the case may be. Okay, so I will be going over those types of different systems during this time of the series, and those are things that I feel that need to be done, because it's not just going to be done for your personal business, personal expenses, but it's also going to be done for your business if you're a business owner. And those things are going to be key to be able to start and finish. Okay, finish strong. How about that? We'll say that. Okay, cool. Okay, this is your girl L. Rachel, and I thank you for joining me today. And I hope some of this has been beneficial. If you need more information, hey, my information is below. Email me, text me, whatever the case may be, call me, so that we can go ahead and get you started on the right track to increasing your income by decreasing your expenses. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you later.